All right, I'll say it. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. Devil May Cry 2. Oh my god, does it suck. Welcome back, classy crew, to a Devil May Cry journal. As I try to journey through the entire Devil May Cry franchise, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all warned me. You all warned me that I should skip 2. You all said it is trash. It is an unfinished game. It is boring. It is not even bad. It is boring, which is worse than bad. And I went and made a silly little video last time saying, it's not so bad. In fact, I came fresh off of Devil May Cry 1 and tried about first 3 levels of Devil May Cry 2. And it was very promising. I said a lot of positive things about Devil May Cry 2 at that time. You can check out the journal for yourself. But now I've completed Devil May Cry 2. I finished Dante's story. There's a whole other story, which I hear that's where the lore is at, but I am really not incentivized to do another stream. If you look at my reaction, my facial reaction from the beginning of the Devil May Cry 2 stream to the end, you probably see a progression of boredom. And it was very hard, I think, for a lot of viewers to even hang around. The chat was even like, I am so bored. So to the chat that stuck out with me for Devil May Cry 2, thank you. I know you were certainly not there for any entertainment purposes, but you were totally there with me, keeping me sane and making sure I wasn't suffering alone. So thank you, chat, for not letting me go at it alone, because a lot of people have to play Devil May Cry 2 alone, and that is not a funny business. So let's talk about what went down and why this went so much worse. It turns out this game just has nothing to offer. The world is empty, especially when you get to the city. The world is empty. You don't have to really kill anything. Once you unlock, I don't know what I unlocked, but basically it became a matter of either slash a few enemies or just shoot them until you get your devil trigger charge, activate the devil trigger, and then just force lightning everything to death. That's the solution. Every boss I came across, lightning, just lightning. It was the most boring experience I've ever had. It took me 3.5 hours to get through the second half of the chunk, and it was bad. And so the game was empty. The attacks were boring. The enemies were boring. The bosses were kind of interesting to look at, honestly. But in some cases, the horrendous early 2000 camera came back. Oh, I really hate old early 2000 camera. It's one of the worst things you can do to me. And what's even, I would say, what makes it even like the full shit cake is the fact that there's no story. You are in no way incentivized as a player to keep playing because, well, the gameplay is not rewarding and there's no reason to keep going. The only reason I kept going is because I pledged the stupid thing. But if I didn't pledge it, I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing any of this? There's nothing that tells you you have to stop the bad guy because he wants world domination. I couldn't tell you what was happening from one level to another. Maybe that's a me problem, but I'm pretty sure nobody else seemed to be able to tell me. And it's nothing strings together. It's like, your tentacle monster, kill it. Okay, you killed the tentacle monster. Now there's a chopper that's infested in a city with infested tanks. And you're like, why is the city infested? Like, who cares? Chopper, go and climb the tower and shoot it for 20 minutes until it falls. And then after that, they just keep throwing random stuff at you. And I get you're trying to get to eventually this Arius dude. No, I didn't even know that. It's when I met Arius, they're like, haha, I am the bad guy. Oh, you have all the collectible items I want. I was like, was I missing the plot the whole time, or was the girl doing the plot and I was just killing monsters for no reason? So anyways, then we find out he wants all these items to open up like a portal to hell or something. I'm like, plot. And then you fight him and then it's like, plot aside. You get sent to the city. Oh, near the end when you get sent back to like a distorted city. Oh my goodness, this was one of the worst experiences, even far worse. So now I'm running around aimlessly in a circle in the city trying to find these stupid little spheres that you have to hit, 2 of which are in the air, and there's no good air combo to just stay up there and slash. I'm literally going jump, slash, jump, slash, jump, slash. And if you don't hit them fast enough, they reset. So you have to be like really precise and jump slash, jump slash, jump slash, jump slash, jump slash, unlock. And oh, it hurt. It hurt to play. It really was not good. And all of the other bosses, I would just shoot at them. Devil trigger, lightning. That's all I did. I did that for the chopper. I did it for this big head thing. I did it for a flaming Taurus. I did it for a man named Bulwark. I think it was a man. Okay, Bulwark, he's not the boss. The boss is the camera. I don't even think I saw who this Bulwark boss is because the camera was always focused on everything but him. So I was constantly getting attacked off screen. I don't know what I was hitting, but it's okay because I was just shooting, trigger, lightning. Easy. And then I met, then there was like a knight, Plutonian. He had laser floors. Again, shoot, trigger, lightning. Trismagia. Oh, here's one that's different. You have to lock onto the right head before you shoot, trigger, lightning. And then Arius, same thing. Argo Sax the Chaos was maybe a little bit more interesting because this one I had to change up my strategy. So this is like a literal blob of all the bosses. They literally couldn't even figure out what to do at the end. They're like, oh, what do we do? We've used all our boss designs in the rest of the game. How do we one up that? Just put it all in a blob. Just put it all together. And then anyways, so what I used here was the missile launcher. I stayed at a distance and I'm just like, pew, pew. They couldn't attack me. Sometimes I had to dodge maybe. But for the most part, I'm just missile launching. It all dies. And then that hatches the spare embodied, which, okay, this one required a little bit more dodging. But otherwise, in between the dodging, you shoot, you trigger, you lightning. And then everybody was happy. There's a few like one-liners that Dante drops to like be a badass and cool. And then credits roll. And I was like, oh, no. How do you... Okay, I didn't really like Devil May Cry 1 because it's a really old game. And I don't think it aged very well for someone who's new at it. And then there's Devil May Cry 2, which is just garbage. How did this franchise ever make it past this point? How did any consumer believe in the franchise after Devil May Cry 1, which to my understanding was not like a super hype game? Devil May Cry 2 was what it was. I don't know what Devil May Cry 3 has. I hear it's really good, but I'm really hoping it's not the nostalgia goggles talking because you all experienced 2 and then you went to 3 because I assume anything compared to 2 is blissful, sweet ecstasy. And I just hope Devil May Cry 3 is better than 1. Better than 2 for sure, but better than 1. So that's where we are. I know I have a whole other quest that has lore with the girl, but I really don't want to do that. And I don't think the viewers want to watch it. So we're going to keep plowing through this franchise. And if there's interest, I'm going to come back and do a bonus episode where I do the lady's quest line and see what she was doing, gathering all these items and what she has to offer. But otherwise, Devil May Cry 2, complete. Move on. I don't want to do this anymore. It's just shoot, trigger, lightning. Keep it classy. See you guys. Do 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 do. Subscribe.